The stadium is still in, and the stadium still in use are barely holding it together. We call this professional football, yet players dodge potholes instead of pressing. Coaches adjust tactics to survive the pitch, and fans pay to watch a product that wouldn't even pass inspection elsewhere. So here is the uncomfortable question. Is this really top flight football? Is it the government that builds and abandons? The counties that host without standards? The federation that licenses without enforcement? Or everyone hiding behind excuses? Tonight, we stop protecting reputations and start confronting realities. So this is Pitchside Pulse, guys, and the stadium crisis starts now.
This is Pitchside Pulse, real fans, raw takes, and fearless football analysis straight from the pavement. No filters, no fluffs, just pure passion. Pitchside Pulse, feel the game like never before.
So hello guys, welcome back here to another episode where we are tackling the stadium crisis, and I'm here joined by the one and only Coach Salano. I'm gonna let him introduce himself, and then we'll get down to the point. We talk about what's happening in our stadiums, how are we managing the crisis, and what are we expecting from our infrastructure. So Coach, tafadhali introduce.
Good evening, Coach Salano, grassroots coach, development coach. So that's how I probably introduce myself as a coach, working with to develop young people. Karibuni sana to Pitchside.
Asante sana, coach. So, okay, let's get down to this. First thing first, our stadiums are in crisis. We are seeing our players struggling in our pitches, playing in an uncomfortable environment. What do you take for this?
I think, to me, it's a problem to probably government one part, federation and the clubs, because now we're sitting here, we're talking about top teams in Kenya.
Okay.
Gor Mahia FC, no ground of their own. Look at probably Tusker,
Okay.
biggest probably in this country, but look at their pitch in Dwaraka. It's only now that they have had a new coach,
Yes.
and probably his demands are, I need this standard. So you're wondering, so to me, I don't think it is something that we can point finger to one person. I think we have our priorities wrong. We've been shifting them, if you ask me. So I think unless we come to a point whereby this club need to have grounds, even if it is 5,000-seater stadiums, that is okay. But look at now Premier League games are being played in Onguru, I think in Kirinyaga. I think Vepa is now a pitch. And there's a country that hosted the Chan. I thought that we would have gotten the synergy.
Yeah,
Look at Nyayo after Chan. It's now like Nikama Shamba. So I think Bado,
Okay.
it is a whole system of the government, federation one part, and the clubs. So I don't think we can point finger to one person.
So who owns this failure?
Government has a part to play, which they are doing their best. Because to me, again, if you look at what government is doing in conjunction with whoever it is, now we have the Atlanta Stadium, which will come up, yes. But you see now there, I'm telling you now, look, Nyayo is closed, Kasarani is closed. Now every team is scrambling just to get somewhere to play. So I think it is the clubs, federation,
Okay.
and government. I don't think I can point a finger to one.
It's not one entity.
No, it's not.
Okay, so are the counties hosting matches without, meeting the minimum standards of the complicit stadium, or what is happening, especially on the counties that we normally, especially in Kisii, we have the Gusii Stadium. We normally, the Shabana normally host their games over there. So how is it working?
I think if you look at Shabana,
Okay.
they are now into the how many season into the league after coming back, and they're trying. So imagine if FC and Gor would have had a pitch like the way Shabana have.
Yes.
We would have been at a different level. So to me, even blaming the county is not even part of it. Now, federation should do its work, sensitize. But look at these clubs. Gor and FC, you'll see every politician coming to them, but they're only given tokens. To me, we should think tomorrow. Tomorrow would be, tell that politician, this is what should be done, because Gorand FC, remember, they were given some land
Yes.
during Moi
Yes,
era,
yes.
but still Gorand FC don't have anywhere to train. If two of them can even try and lead, others will follow.
Today, AFC introduced their new bus. So you're saying, contrary to this, we needed them to like get their own pitch instead of giving us new buses every time. You know, every season, every league season, we normally have a team that has a new bus. But that's beside the point. I get your point right now. It's fine.
I think to me it's priority. That's why you see, I've told you, like I was watching, there's a talent identification being conducted by FKF. If you ask me, they're doing a good job.
Okay.
But then after we train those guys, then we get the players. But then the way you're saying, look at the pitch. So who's gonna come to watch our games? So to me, I think again the priorities are upside down. Look at FC now. You've gotten a bus, but where do you train? Where is the residential area? Look at clubs like Simba, Yanga, just to name but a few. So I think to me, these clubs are still not being run the way they're supposed to be.
Yes.
Though I would say there has been so much positivity from the way I'm seeing FC being run.
Okay.
And I think it looks like things are starting to shape up. We can't have them all together. So I think it's a step at a time.
Okay,
Yeah.
so let's talk matters, safety and competition. Do you think our current pitches are safe for professional football? Because, keep in mind, during CHAN, they said that Nyayo Stadium is the only stadium that is proof for AFCON. Yeah.
I think I watched some of those games, and when you watch them the way you're saying, because you know now I was watching Morocco and DRC, and you could see even that surface is, if it is not okay, then the safety of the players is not guaranteed. So to me, I think if you look at just the surface first, leave alone all this, you'll put everything, and let's work on, because that's where the players do their trade. If we can't do that as a bare minimum, then I think for me it's no. Our stadiums are way below in terms of what they're supposed to be.
Okay, so
Yeah.
how many injuries can be directly linked to these poor surfaces? Do you think our surfaces are the ones that are affecting the players? Are they getting injured because of the surfaces that they're using on the pitch? What's happening?
I think I'd reframe your question to that part of the way you're saying, is our league marketable enough to be watched? Because the way you're saying, if the ground is not good enough, let's even forget about the injuries, because now that one will need again to go to the clubs.
Yes.
Do they have a working medical department that can even look at them and say, these are soft tissue injuries, these are causes of the stadium being bad, the ground being bad. So I think to me, it is if we make the ground better, the quality of the game goes up. Then now we start now looking at now, how do we make the players fitter and more ready to play? So I think to me, we start with the basics. Basics are, let's make the grounds playable.
Okay.
Then we go now to that other
Let me-
part.
Allow me to ask this. What is the FKF doing? Are they checking the quality? Or are we just doing this because they're the only federation that is representing us? Talk about FKF and the quality, because I feel like there's some hitches when it comes to that. Yeah, specifically.
I think from the start I told you it is like a tripartite thing. There's the FKF, there's the clubs, there's the government. And if you look at our football and politics, it has been this regime comes in, stops. This is the one now. When they come in, you'll be told, we are clearing 100 million debt. We have to do this. So before even they get their feet going, it's already again 4-5 years gone.
Yes.
So to me, I think the way I've told you, I've seen what the federation is trying to do. If I was to mention, I think I saw the president going to visit one of the nationwide teams, which had folded because of just the cost of running these things.
Yes.
So I think to me, federation is playing its part. But I think if you tell me, if the clubs, the way they are called the KPL, because to them they have got the power. To them, if we have 5-6 clubs with grounds, then now FKF will have to behave according to the club. So I think to me, federation only organizes.
Okay.
The club should be taking care of probably every other thing. Them, they should look for probably sponsors, the way you're saying. But clubs also themselves, they should be going concerns in themselves. Like you see Gor Mahia, look at what Shabana is doing in their home matches. Look at the ticket collection. Because to me, if you give them that chance, then the game will grow.
So should they reduce these pitches in order to get the minimum, the product itself? Because if you reduce, the venues, we can get a standard venue for each and every match. Do you think that's possible? Because I think, okay. Give
I
me
think
your
to
thoughts.
me, if you ask me, I don't see any harm in us getting pitches like the one that Police Sacco has.
Okay.
We don't need anything with so many fans. Let's look at where we're selling the product from, which is the surface and everything. Let's make it better. Then now from there now we make it marketable. Then now fans come in. Then now we're saying, oh, we need 5,000,
So we need
10,000
minimal
seater.
stages in
I
order
think
for us to focus on
let's
the
get
infrastructure.
5,000, 10,000 seater stadium. Then let's spread them out, because at the moment now,
Okay.
apart from Nairobi, how many areas around here that you can say in other counties that we can host matches? Very few.
Very few,
Yeah.
to be honest.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the state of our grounds when it comes. There was a time last year around November, December. Mathare United went to play to Bukungu, and we saw the result matches. It was a time like this. It was raining. You can just imagine how players walikuwa wanatoka kwa field. They had mud all over there, you know.
Mhm.
So do you think the federation is aware of this, or are we just, we're just throwing our hands and saying, you know what, just play because we're used to playing the mpira ya karatasi? Why can't we do this?
I think again,
is it a matter of ignorance?
I think we like get quick things, because I remember even I was questioning. There was a time the governor for Kakamega, I think he built an artificial turf in Kakamega, and my question was, if you look at the weather in Kakamega already, just in anything,
Okay.
it favors even just natural grass.
Yes, of course.
So these guys are doing things the way you said. A club will run to probably buy a bus, when the same club maybe we don't have a resident training area. So you see, just the way you're saying, to me, even when you saw the Morocco games, it was raining, but the pitches were good.
Yes.
So that's what you see. I've told you, the pitch is not the beauty from out. The pitch is the surface, because that's where now the game is being brought up to. So to me, I think, again, I repeat, we make better surfaces, then the other things will take care of themselves.
So how do we balance, or how do we manage the independent stadium versus no political control? How do we do that? Because I feel like recently, if you've gone online, you can see that the Talanta Stadium, or the Raila Amolo Odinga Stadium is trending, and there has been controversies online. Talk about it.
I think, to me, I try my best to shift. I think there's politics, which again we can go into that accountability thing, but to me, I think there are relevant bodies that are dealing with that. Mm-hmm. Is it a good thing that we have that stadium? Yes. Is it a good thing that we'll be hosting? We've hosted Chan, we'll now be hosting AFCON. It's a good thing.
It's a good thing.
To me, what I'm looking at is now, later, how do we harness this synergy? Because just after hosting Chan, look at Nyayo Stadium, the surface.
Yeah.
So to me, even aside from these other things, which there are bodies that can deal with it,
Yes.
is it a good thing that we have the stadium? Yes. We can have many more like those ones. I've seen people coming saying we have a stadium in every county, which has been something people have been saying. But then clubs should adopt this,
Okay.
these stadiums, because all of us now are, every club is in Nairobi.
Okay.
And I think the game should be disseminated to other areas, which is good. The way you're saying Mathare went to Bukungu, then the pitch should be made to be better.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the maintenance and the renovation of the stadiums. The maintenance and the renovation of the stadiums. So Nyayo National Stadium is under renovation. Kasarani, on the other hand, we're being told someday it's under renovation, some days the games are being played there. We don't get the direct communication on, or the, let me just ask this. We don't get the formal communication on this stadium is under construction or under renovation. Let's, a formal communication way like, get my point? So how are we doing this? Who is communicating? Which is the body that deals with this? Because I feel like we don't have any protocol. We just wake up one day, the stadium is closed, it's being renovated. No one is talking about anything. Talk about it.
I think, to me, I would say it this way. Remember during Chan, when we were warned by CAF severally, some security breaches have been done, you'll be punished. And people are saying, this is Kenya, you'll do this. Then we were punished.
We were punished.
Then
versus Morocco, actually.
Yeah, then we suffered. So to me, I think it is not about who's giving what. It is this lip service we give to doing things professionally.
Okay.
And I think my worry is we keep on doing this. By the time those guys will come again to inspect, because they came and people were given what the bare minimum we're supposed to achieve. If we won't be ready, CAF again is not like sympathetic to anyone. If they come and they see things are not well put and they're not in order, we will lose this chance.
Okay.
It's not the first time.
Okay.
So to me, I don't think it is about the order. It's about us knowing we have a timeline. Let's do what's supposed to be done. If it is 6 months before, let everything be done. If the grounds are being closed, let them be closed. Not today there's rugby, tomorrow there's a preacher,
Yes.
based on who pays what. So to me, I think it is about people living up to their word. So to me, that is, and you see, the danger is now because we don't have what we own. Now we are at the mercies of people who have these things. So I think that's why we're suffering.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, makes a lot of sense. So moving on swiftly, how does it, remember we are hosting the AFCON 2027. So how does it affect us in terms of us being a hosting country? Because I feel like we also have friendly qualifiers coming and they're being played away because we have our stadiums being renovated. Talanta is not yet ready. We still have the Kenya Premier League going on. So how is it affecting us?
I think to me it is not even a question of how is it affecting us. It is what is it telling us that we need to change
We
and
need
do.
to change. And
Because
remember,
to me-
online, there was someone even who called it out and said, Kenya is not ready to host AFCON. It was even a dialogue online. We had even a lot of, quarrels happen apparently. Yeah, talk about
I think to me it is big time the way I'm telling you. Any country that is told you're going to host, they're ready. Look at what, like for the World Cup, look at what USA and Mexico are doing to try and make sure that by that time when it comes, because they know just hosting has so many things, leave alone what you will get as a result of maybe the people flocking in. It is just about visibility. There's so many things. Because during Chan, I remember, I think I keep on saying, you could go to town to print a jersey for Kenya. It was so hard. You given 2, 3, 4, 5 days. I remember even, I think former player Sholei opened a place to print, and he had to issue a warning to guys telling them that place an order today, but you'll have to wait for 1 week. So it helped the country economically.
Yes,
But you see, it is us that don't see the benefits. So to me, if we had even 1, 2, 3 fields, we won't be talking of these guys being affected. Now, FC and Gor would be using the field to hire them to clubs that don't have the pitch. They generate income. But now look, everybody now is scavenging for the small area that is there. Oh, open up Nyayo, we don't have anywhere to go. We want to play our derby. These clubs are how old? They're as old as Kenya. But still, it is about, we don't have a pitch. So to me, I don't think it is how it affects us. It is us that needs to shift that question to what have we been doing and how many more chances do we need to get? Because to me that is important.
Ukweli?
Yeah.
Ukweli kabisa.
Yeah.
Kabisa. Okay, so coaches, moving on swiftly, I think we've tackled when it comes to maintenance, what we need to do, and so on and so forth. Do you think going on forward, since we are hosting the AFCON, we've hosted the CHAN, do you think going on forward we'll have quality pitch, quality stadiums, or is it a matter of the hype? Because I felt like that time when we were playing CHAN, so many people focused with football. Like everyone was just in football, even the ones who don't know the players and so on and so forth. Talk about it, kidogo. Tuambie.
I think benefits are there, because I think even I'm just to look away from the pitch. What Chan did, look at the players. I could mention so many of them that got lucrative contracts, and you could see them being on the map. I think the latest was Mansour Okwaro, who went, I don't know, and I think also to mention McCarthy was a breath of fresh air. I think he came in a good time.
Yes.
And then we've tapped into that. Of course, there are benefits. And of course, there are so many things we need to work on.
Okay.
But it is this the way you're saying, we stop, then again we want to start. I can guarantee you, if you go to Morocco, the standard of the pitch during AFCON and now is the same.
Yeah.
But you see, now I've told you, because we are not at, as in we don't have control of Nyayo, it doesn't belong to, those guys in Nyayo are in business.
Okay.
So imagine if Gor Mahia FC has their own pitch. Imagine if someone like Shabana don't rely on the county government, they really have their own pitch, that it is just for football. Now, that is where now we're supposed to be. If we can do that, then we are growing. So you see, to me, as in we reach a point whereby Nyayo Kasarani are not ours. They belong to people who are in business. So they will use them on convenience. Okay. Somebody comes, I want to give you 30 million. Gor Mahia wants to give me 1 million. They'll tell you, I'll go for 30.
Yeah.
So I think on the issue of pitch, now we don't have control, and truth be told, we are failing on that part, and we need to wake up.
And then,
Yeah.
how are we supposed now to go when it comes to these renovations? How are we supposed to tackle it?
As in for the
For the pitches, yeah.
AFCON.
Yes. Yeah. How do we do it?
I think if I'm not wrong, CAF already has given guidelines, and I think they're supposed to be done according to the timeline too. So to me, there are some things you told, these one are supposed to be within this time. So I think to me, they know what's supposed to be done. Let's get down serious with it. Don't open Kasarani, as in when nobody's looking, you want to play a game, do shortcut. Because once CAF comes and they tell you, we have observed and this is not ready. Remember, we are working with Uganda and Tanzania, and we keep on saying, oh, Kenya has everything, but if Uganda and Tanzania are deemed to have gotten good facilities, what will happen? Kenya will lose the chance.
Yes.
And you know, there's some countries which are ready. If you watch when Morocco said, I think they want to be hosting the women's, I think something, then you saw South Africa is ready.
Yes.
So there's some people who are ready out here because the game is in itself an investment. Football is a big business, but us, we still take it as, oh, let's do it when you think, oh, Chan is here. We've made the pitch better because they wanted it. That man is gone supervisor. Now let's do what you're supposed to do.
And for the KPL, do you think, how is the renovation going to work? Because I feel like now for the KPL, we are very inconvenienced. And that is our main Premier League. You get that? How can we go about it when it comes to renovation? Do we send formal letters to the clubs talking about these renovations, or do we start, first of all, we say, let's start with Nyayo, and then we'll go to Kasarani? Do we do that?
I think, remember, the federation or the Cape, or whoever it is, has got no obligation maybe to these things of arranging stadiums for these teams. The way I've told you, there's a responsibility on these clubs. I'm sure now Shabana has got no problem with playing matches, if I'm not wrong. Shabana has got no problem. Morangasil has got no problem. So it is now these clubs that are struggling with pitches. Now they have to reach a point where the midweek games are there, and clubs should be ready. FC has bought a bus. Let them take their game to San Sebastian, and their fans should go, because now, since they don't have their own stadiums, you can't dictate again. And I think, to me, the way I've seen football, even in these other countries, we forget the role of the federation. Look at the big clubs. Federation plays a very small part. By the way, look at the club, look at when they win the league. The money for winning the league is a very small fraction.
Very minimal.
These are the clubs now, you see they're selling jerseys, they have their shop, they have their merchandise, they have their, as in everything is working here. Yeah. But you see now, if you don't do that, then you have a problem. So to me, I don't think I will put anything on the federation. To me, they are the custodians only, they organize. Then the clubs now should become, the club should be running almost most of it.
Okay, since you're a grassroots coach, how are you guys training? Are you being located a specific stadium, or what's happening? Tell us.
I think
because we need to know what we need to formulate when it comes now to grassroots football. Yeah.
I think issue of grassroots, if you walk around all the academies and the community clubs, you'll find out now most clubs are either hiring grounds, other clubs are using the school grounds. Because you have got no option. Because as in, you look around the scarcity of grounds. Even now when you go to the Division 1, you'll get like the NCC.
Yeah.
On a weekend, games start at 8 a.m.
Okay.
They are league games. The last game will start at 4. And you see it has been, it has been noted down. Now, again, if you look at the ground in Kangemi, Kiumbuini, Sakaja, I think, committed to renovate it. Up to now, still struggling. And that ground hosts every other team from Kangemi, Westlands. So it is really a problem. Leave alone the top. Down here, it's really probably one of the things that's bringing our game down. But of course, there are some things that are going on well. I can't say everything is all bad, but I think the biggest challenge, if you ask me, it is the issue of grounds.
So, is it sustainable for you guys?
At the moment, yes. There are some things coming up. The turfs are coming up in areas that probably it's helping. To me, if you ask me, at this lower level, this artificial turf is helping, because you see, we talk about the quality. We want to develop kids
I
who
wanted
are...
to address the federation of that career as we're talking about it. As we're talking about sustainability. Yeah.
Okay, I think I think for the ground and the grassroots in terms of the federation, as I've told you, they can only do this much. Federation has got a part to play, yes, which is doing. But I think to me the biggest part has to be, because there are so many clubs out here who have playing areas which we can use, schools. I don't think it is down to the federation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, coach, last but not least, as you're moving forward, do you think, as Kenyans, do we value our football? Do we value our league?
Yes, I think I'd say yes, and I'd say that on the backdrop of what happened in Chan. If you look at Kenyans, if you
Are you
organize...
sure Chan was not because of hype or because the president was giving out some tokens, so it had all the media attention?
Hype or not,
Uh-huh.
why don't then the clubs do the same hype?
Okay.
To me, if you ask me, yes, okay, let's go with that argument of hype.
Okay.
Let somebody come to Nyayo Stadium, get a restaurant, get a place for kids to play, know that I'm going to come to the stadium, I'm going to be safe, I'm going to watch a game, even if it is not probably up to that level that we watch in Europe, but I'm going to watch a game, then I'm going to home safely. So to me, those are the bare minimums.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. So I feel like, sorry about this. Just a minute, let me fix this. Okay, so personally, I feel like when it came to Chan, the first few games, we really didn't have the crowd control, because everyone wanted to be in the pitch, see the players, witness the game, and so on and so forth, because we are a very supportive nation. But then again, after Morocco versus Kenya match, we had different stations whereby the government and the Chan people, they located the TVs in the different area zones where people were able to watch the football, and so on and so forth. Do you think this was a good thing that was done, that was introduced to us? Was it a culture that was being, injected in us? Because I feel like if we did that, if we, from Chan till now, if we emulated the characteristics, we will still have bigger fan base when it comes to KPL. Whose responsibility is this?
I think again, I'll just again repeat the same thing. These clubs have got a very big part to play. Okay, the clubs have got a very big part to play in terms of mobilization. Because if you look at the way you're saying CAF, they made sure Chan is well advertised. They made sure, as in TV stations, there was mobilization. Then I think the way you're saying, once that is done, fans knew there was an order. Of course, there was an issue with ticketing, but if you look at it, as in CAF was very prompt in addressing these things. I think that's what is lacking. People still wait for now, somebody can't just go to a dedicated site. Maybe somebody even who doesn't know, a new fan who can come in should be able to look at, probably know that today there was a game easily. But you see now, if you're a new fan, you don't know those areas, you cannot even know where the game's at. So I think to me that is important, that we make sure we market our game well, make it visible in all the things that we can do it. Take it away even from football, to bring in new fans.
Yes.
Because clubs out here are being inventive in what they are doing, to make sure that we bring in new people, which is marketability, then
and actually
we grow.
We've seen quite a number of Gen Zs in the pitch because of the influence that happened during Chan. So I think it's a good thing to Neza pick from there and be able, to press and nurture our league. Thank you so much, Coach, for that. So moving on swiftly to our local league. Today we had a few games hapa na pale. So yeah. Director, tafadhali tuchezeshe pale kwa screen tuone games gani zilichezwa leo. So we had Kariobangi Sharks versus Mathare United, and then FC Leopards. No, this is last week's actually. Yeah. This is last week's game. So today, let me just get it from my phone. No problem. So tulikuwa na local matches today.
I think there was FC KCB.
Yes, FC KCB, and then we had Mara Sugar. We also had Kakamega Homeboys playing, and so on and so forth. So I have the matches here. So we had Sofapaka playing with Kenya Police. Talk about Sofapaka.
I think one word for them, I don't know what will make them survive, because I think they are bottom of the league.
Yeah.
I think it has been a club that was up, then just the way you're saying,
Yes.
I think the way you're talking about, once there's no sustainability, then you see where Sofapaka is. It has had so many things. So I think, to me, I don't see them surviving. I think Sofapaka will be the first one, probably. They're on 14 points, bottom of the league, if I'm not wrong. Yeah.
Talk about Kenya Police. They carried the league last season. What's happening this season? They even have a new coach.
I don't know whether I should liken Kenya Police to a team like maybe Nottingham Forest in it, because I think Kenya Police has had issues with their coaches.
Yeah.
And I think maybe is also from the management. I think there's an overreach. I don't know how to put it. But you see now, owners now, they demand something. You lose one game, the way you're saying, they won the league, so somebody expects again it to be that way. So I think that's where the problem is for Kenya Police. I think...
Unafikiria last season, walikuwa too lucky? I feel like the league last season was it was not just in order. Let me just say the truth. Because I feel like last season, Gor Mahia had an issue with Cecil Mehik. Yani, every team had issues. So the only team that was strong and had vision, I think it was Kenya Police. And that's why walibeba. Don't you think so?
I think, nasemanga, in a game of 30, in a league of 30 or 38 games, every team will go through moments like as a luck. Again, you create your own luck.
Yes.
I don't believe that a team could finish number one. That one, it means kuna time walikuwa more consistent than the others. Okay. So I think they fully deserved.
Okay.
To me, to win the league last season, they fully deserved. It's not easy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So let me just move on swiftly to Ulinzi versus Kakamega Homeboys. They draw. Walitoka 1-1. And then APS Bomet versus Kariobangi. Also, let me just see kidogo. Wali also draw. I mean Kariobangi Sharks waliwapiga 1-0. Talk about it kidogo, because Sharks walikuwa chini ya table just recently.
Yeah, and I think I was tipping them because I number, I think they're above the relegation zone. Yeah, so I think good progress. I think they're on, if it's not 19 or 21 points, so I think it's good. Now Nanikama, they are on an upward trend, because again, I think they have what do you call it, capitalized on, I think these are the teams dropping, and just kuna chance yao kupona, because vile naona, I think wamekuwa kushinda 1 or 2 games, because once you score at least, ukifunga bao uko na chance ya kushinda game.
Ukweli.
Yeah, if you can't score, and I think before that, nakumbuka kocha akisema they have been creating chances and they have not been scoring. So I think good to see that they are on an upward trajectory, which to me now wanakani kama they will survive. But again, how many games left? Almost 13 or how many? So bado, we would say hapo chini kuna ka struggle.
So kidogo, before we jump into the talk of the day, which is KCB versus AFC, tumeona Bidco na Mara Sugar pia waliweza kudraw. Talk about them kidogo, because especially I thought Bidco, okay, not even thinking, Bidco is a very strong team.
I think
what is happening to them? Bidco is a very strong team. Nini nafanyikia Bidco United?
Niliona, I think sometimes coaching is tough, and sometimes in the heat of the moment kuna vitu zinafanya coach, because nilikuwa na interview ya coach wa Bidco when they lost. Ilikuwa against Gor. I think Tuesday.
They lost. Yeah,
against kama si Gor.
Walitufunga the first season ikianza. Walitufunga.
Kuna ndio walifunga opening game, but I think kuna time I think ni just a game away. I think nakumbuka coach akiongea, and I didn't really, I understand your mic moment, but I didn't agree.
But normally, when you look at Bidco's structure, wanaanzanga vizuri. They normally start nicely. Wanaanzanga vizuri, and then it reaches at some point, third week, fourth week of the game, Bidco imeanza kudrop. I don't understand it. I feel like that's an internal issue, more of external. Don't you think so?
I think, yeah, I think ukiona Bidco ndo aweka place Tusker iko in terms of how Tusker treats the issue of ground, but Bidco now, because Bidco kuna turnover ya players sana. Kama siko wrong, season ikianza walifanya recruitment. Pia hii mid season, I think kocha alikuwa anaongelelea, alifanya tena recruitment. And one of his moments alikuwa akisema kuna players ameletwa division 2 which again that's now when nimekwambia again football has so many things. Akaanza kusema vile I think players probably wako at ameona, and you see if you take a player from a lower league realistically kwenda hapo juu kuna time ya kuzoea kabla. So I think Bidco wako kwa hiyo moment si poa sana. I don't think they are at a good moment. Okay. Will they survive? I don't know. I think hapo chini kuna ka struggle. Whoever will win more games than the other one, which is the usual thing, anakaa kupona.
Last week Matano alikuwa anacheza against the husbands of team, that is Gor Mahia, na akaweza kufungua bao 3. But then this week tunaona AFC, the number 2, yes, the second team from the table of the leagues, wameweza kufungwa na David Sakwa at the 64th minute pale Kasarani Stadium. Tuonge kidogo, tujadiliane kidogo, manake naona kuna tashwishi.
I think hiyo hata kabla niongee hiyo shock result, nakumbuka tu kwa the same week I think kuna journalist aliongea, alikuwa amekasirika sana. I think ilikuwa game KCB na Mathare. Yeah. Akisema kuna foreign striker mwenye hata hawezi piga pass na ako KCB. I think kulikuwa na kitu kama hiyo, so which watu wakaanza kuingilia kuleta kesi.
And piga pass na kwa Matano.
I think ali jump because KCB lose. So as in argument yake ilikuwa why bring a foreigner mwenye probably maybe I think according to him ako below standard na kuna mtu kwa bench mwenye ako poa. So I think but again football is football. Ukiona game ya kila mtu amesema FC na form yake itapiga KCB. Of course FC wamekuwa na very good run na kulikuwa na hiyo Tokyo. Gor sahi wako na at least worthy competitor, but bado FC is a work in progress. I think if you ask me, nimeona vitu zinafanyika, kuna vitu zinakaa, something is coming up na FC, kuna leadership ina work poa, but I think again in this league it just shows ukikaa mbaya, because Matano is a seasoned coach.
Yes.
Matano ameshinda hii ligi na debutants of Apaka. So Matano is not somebody ati mwenye utamwangalia ufikiria ati yawe. So yes, it's a shock result, but again in football 90 minutes utafungwa kama uko ready, especially now that kuna game weekend, kuna game midweek, hiyo turnover, if you don't again work with your players well, kama una squad depth ama kama ujui how to approach game next na nini, unaenda hapo kilose. So I think kudos to KCB.
Yes. Yeah, but then congratulations to KCB. Yeah. Shout out to David Sakwa pale kwa kufunga hiyo bao. So moving on with let's compare our table ya KPL na Premier League. Okay? Sahi Gor Mahia is leading with 6 points pale juu. Number 2 ni AFC with 40 points. And when you look at the Premier League, number 1, of course, it's Arsenal, of which what a drop. Yes, so never bet on Arsenal, guys. So we have Arsenal, and then we have Aston Villa, and then now, Man City, Aston Villa, and now Manchester United and Chelsea ndo wako hivi. And when I look at those points, when I look at the Premier League and also our KPL, when I compare to it, ukiangalia Premier League unaona wasi wameshindana na 1 point, 2 points. But now when you look at us, there's a diversity, kuna diversion, kuna ka distance. What is causing this? Is it a performance issue? Is it a club state? What is happening?
I think I don't think I'll go on the part of points, because hata ukiona Gor Mahia amekuwa, ukiona Gor Mahia ni bounce from last season vile wakushinda.
Yes.
So Gor Mahia amekuwa consistent. And ligi sahi imekuwa if you watched very well vile wamesema, apart from result ya leo, if FC wins gap ni 3 points. Yeah. I think sindio?
Yeah.
But unasema so game iko juu, hata bado the same league unasema kuna time ilikuwa 9 points.
Yeah, very true.
Then sahi I think ni 5. So I don't think kuna so much to look at in terms of that. Mi kwangu tu I think niyo tu kuona kuna title charge hata kwa hii.
Yes.
I don't think Gor wame run away with it. I think bado kuna some setbacks itakuja, and I think kuna things that might change. Yeah.
Okay. So, okay, there's tunasema kuna quite an improvement, sindio, when it comes to KPL. So, tupatie top 4 watakuwa kina nani? Looking at this table, Gor Mahia, AFC, Shabana, Kakamega, Homeboys, and then finally Kenya Police. Talk about, and then Murang'a Seal, do not even undermine them. Pia Bandari wanakuja, pia KCB is a very good team. Even Tusker, even Nairobi United, even okay. Let's talk number 4, top 4 kina nani?
I think kitu maajabu ni hapo top inakaa kuwa kuna zile team vile tu ziko ndio zita almost inakaa kukua hivyo at the end of it all. I don't think kutakuwa na more surprises. Hapa chini ndio naona more surprises if you ask me.
Okay.
Hapo chini naona more drama than hapo juu. Of course hapo juu kutakuwa na hizo effects hizi teams ziko chini, because again when you talked of Bidco kuna Posta Rangers, a team that sijui ndasemaje, but tukiona kuna time Pamzo akiwa huko so sasa ametoka because the same Pamzo bado kwa Bomet kulikuwa na bounce then bado tena imerudi. So I think kwangu hapa chini kutakuwa na some fun and entertainment na I think ita affect hapo juu. I don't think Gor Mahia wamerun na hiyo league if you ask me. I think bado tu they look like 1 or 2 draws, bado kuna derby to face FC I think, so bado kuna a lot to play for if you ask me. Okay. But if I was to make a prediction now based on form guide, maybe two Moranga still, but unaona kama sai they have lost the last 2 games. They might do a surprise, but if you ask me inakaa kwa hivyo, if FC doesn't again stand up well, Shabana have been good, home yao ni Fortress, they are winning. So I think hiyo again juzi wamefunga Mathare away.
Yes.
And I think that is important.
Okay, let's talk about NSL kidogo. How is it? How are they performing? How is the performance in NSL, because you're a grassroots coach? First of all, let's talk about performance. Let's talk about the tactics.
NSL, I think last game nimeona ilikuwa ya Migori wakicheza na Naivas. I think NSL pia again ni very entertaining.
Okay.
Top side ni Mombasa United. Number 2 ni Mofa. Mofa wana share points na inaitwaje? Number 2 ni Migori Youth. Number 3 ndio Mofa. So ukiona vizuri again, ukikompare, ukiniambia ukiona top 6 ama top 5 ya NSL, kuna so much competition. Apart from Fortune Sacco could drop,
even Equity ni wanoma.
Yeah, 3KFC could probably change coach. I think kuna coach wa 3KFC na Fortune Sacco ametoka. But based on vile naona Mofa inakaa ni kama watakuwa ligi. I think kao naona kikuwa ligi. Migori kumekuwa na pressure, sasa again wamekuwa number 2 for the first time. I think wamekuwa number 1. Mombasa wana lead. But again I always talk about Mombasa team games zake mingi za away ni so far. So Mombasa has got to take advantage of games zake za home because za home. Haya kuna team kama unaona team kama maybe Mofa wataface so many teams in and around their area, so kuna chance ya ku win points. Mombasa United apart from kuplay maybe team gani, I think ni Mwatate man team gani iko kwa hii ligi yenye ni Mombasa, zile zingine zote ni kusafiri. So kwangu bado okay, niko team yenye pia nilitakuwa nikifanya poa Kibera Black Stars, na wana ni kama rafiki yangu badi ni kama kumeanza kukua kubaya pia darajani gogo, but again ni one separate time. Kuna hao team yenye ilikuwa ligi City Stars, naona ni kama tu ni another season ya kuparticipate. Sidhani kama kuna anything that will turn around, of which again the dark horses ni Equity. I think walipata slot kwa hii ligi. I think it's their debut season kwa hii ligi. Let's see how they do it. Yeah.
Wow. So umesema number 1 inaweza kuwa
number 1 ndapeana kati ya Mombasa United na Mofa.
And then number 2 we have,
I think
between them, and then number 3 we'll have maybe Migori Youth and so on, and then number 4 maybe So United.
Migori won't go below your top 3. I think watabaki hapo.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much, Coach. We really do appreciate you hapa ndani ya Pitchside Pulse. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts on infrastructure when it comes to our stadiums. Thank you so much for giving us your views. You know, si rahisi mtu kupatiana, their view when it comes to matters football and so on and so forth. Nakaribishwa tena na tena.
Asante sana.
So anyway, guys, keep the conversation going across our social media platforms, and do join us again next time for more, informed analysis and credible discussion. Join the conversation across our platforms on Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, you name it, and follow us pale at Pitchside Pulse. So remember, you can like, comment, share, subscribe, share your thoughts. Tell us what are you thinking about the Premier League, the Kenyan Premier League specifically, and so on and so forth. My name is Amina Hussein. This is Pitchside Pulse. Till next time. Adios, muchachos.
This is Pitchside Pals, real fans, raw takes, and fearless football analysis straight from the pavement. No filters, no fluffs, just pure passion. Pitchside Pals, feel the game like never before.